My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Cobalt Call, wherein in the last episode, Artemis and our crew currently did not work out especially well for us. It got us pretty far, but at some point, the Payback stopped paying. So, time to sub out Perry for Drake, move over to the Arias, and then do the same thing. Let's go. Well, I say the same thing. A completely different thing, actually. Definitely don't want to lose the max shield. I'm going to lose max hull. Don't want to lose the max shield in any position when I have Dizzy in the deck. Gain a random rare, upgrade 2 to type A. Do I want EMP Slug to be type A? I do want Heat Sinks to be type A. I kind of want Mage Hand to be type A. Unpolished Crystal, I want to be type B. Shield Surge type A. Block Surge type B. So B. A. B. A. A, B. Okay, so it's even out there, and it's more A's in the base deck, so happy to go for type A's. And it's two of the ones I didn't want to upgrade in that direction, alas.
Hey, Bugs! Hi, Missy, Mr. Dizzy? Those crystal shards you carry around on you all the time, can I see one? Sure thing! Oh, what for? I just wanted to hold it up to this device. It's called a Geiger counter. Okay, all good. Here's your crystal back. Yay!
Oh, let's put the crystal shard into the hands. Gives the ability to, ooh, toggle the cannon, EMP slug the enemy, and then hit him with a nothing else. Prevent their damage. Gain more basic dodge because that's going to be otherwise hard to get, and basic shot the enemy a couple times here. A block shot A and shield surge gets us to a well-defended position. I'm going to follow up with even more damage. Movement could save me an instance of damage there, but I won't let it. Let's toggle the cannon and EMP slug the enemy's ability to gain more shielding, so that I may follow up with the Mage Hand for the kill on the second turn. On the next turn, rather. Oh, momentum this early. I like to see it. Gain 1 shield, +1 for each time this card had been played this combat. Yep. Incredible card. I'll be going north so I can get an upgrade. Actually, I'm going to move over EMP Slug and then Heat Sink. I'll take no damage, but I will have to use my Evade, which I wasn't over the moon about, frankly. Get a basic dodge, Mage Hand, and fire on the enemy for 2 damage. Taking 2 back. Oof. I haven't got much hull. I can't sustain the fellow. Block shot, shield surge. Incoming damage to turn is going to be at least 4. I mean, I'll move 1, but yeah, that's enough heat. Oh, it's not enough heat. Okay. I still need to get out of dodge here. Oh, momentum isn't upgraded yet. Oof. All right, I'm going to be losing some heat this turn. Or rather, losing some hull to heat this turn, unfortunately. I really wish that weren't the case. Ooh, and it doesn't have to be. I'll heat sink my way out of that position. Put a crystal shard into hand. I would love something defensive, and we do get something defensive. Although, unfortunately, now we're back on full heat. But with this full heat, I can use an EMP Slug aggressively and still lose 4 heat at the end of the turn happily. I'm going to gain a dodge because I'm going to need it. Crystal Shard. Momentum. Let's move 1 space over, fire a block shot, and then I need damage. I've got to use a basic shot as well while I'm lined up with the enemy's weak missile bay. Mage Hand into basic shot, and a single block seems good here too. And we got him. Single hull lost. Oh, volatile vapor. What, you want to burn out my shield capacity? No! What is my momentum for? Explosive slug. Do damage. Also heat. Mage hand. I mean, Mage hand's not bad. It's a very efficient card once I have any shards. I have some. I'm gonna take explosive slug just to get a little bit more damage in the deck. Okay, unfortunately we're not under the effects of solar wind. Woof. I have to take some damage this turn. The enemy is lined up to start losing their own things here. So I'm gonna heat sink out of their way and allow them to make that mistake. Basic dodge, sure, I'll take 2 damage, but the enemy will also lose this turn and next turn in value. I can prevent them from even summoning another missile this turn with the EMP slug, and I suspect I definitely should. Let's also get some more damage on him with the block shot rather than following up with the momentum there. Crystal shard, basic dodge. I'm just gaining resources this turn. I'll swap my things so that I can just fire once on the enemy. Unfortunately, 5 damage would not be enough to take them out. But we're very close now. Easy. Lose all shard. 4 each. Attack for 2 damage. There's also Sapphire Shield. Gain 1 block and 1 shard, and you can upgrade that to either give an additional shard or an additional block. Obviously, Magic Battery's here as well. I'm never especially sad to see Magic Battery. Momentum +2 for every time played this combat. So the third time it goes through the cycle, momentum is already full shield just by itself. That's pretty good. Energy is a huge problem for us at this point, though. Heat sinks for 0 cost seems really good when I already have 2 things that give me heat in the deck. And I want to use those both very aggressively. Toggle the active cannon, put a crystal shard in hand, and use that to enable a mage hand to the enemy. To a position where they're weak as well, doing 3 damage rather than 2. The enemy already has temporary payback up, so I am going to have to move. But at least that'll line me up with the ability to use an EMP slug for great effect. Speaking of, another slug on the enemy, moving over by 1 space with the heat shift, and another, and another. Great damage on George. No, George, don't hit me. That's not how this fight goes. Hit a momentum and a basic dodge. Shield surge as well. I could honestly just let them attack me. And I think I will. Oh, the block shot, basic, heat sinks, and a mage hand as well. Bunch of armor, thanks. I'm gonna move 2 spaces out of the way and then just land damage on the enemy until they're dead. Block evolution's still here. It's still good. Acid cannon is very expensive and quite slow for this deck. I'll take block evolution. Resonance Forks. Fill your shard to max at the start of the combat. Also, gain 2 evade on the first turn from jet thrusters. I'm gonna go with resonant forks so that I can draw magi. Well, block evolution or magic battery in the opening hand, or mage hand in the opening hand, and be fine with them all the time. Jessen Hatch, you may remove 2 cards at a repair yard, and I will.
Fiddledy dupe, who dares enter my cool wizard zone?
Hello, sir. I've seen your work before. I was just wondering if...
Oh, wow! Real life fan. No autographs.
Really? You're not gonna offer an autograph? Books is lovely. Perry is gonna come here and kill you, rip you apart hand by hand. Hand by hand. Limb from limb is what I mean to say. Cockpit's gonna apply a status effect to us. I'm not so keen on that. I'm gonna toggle the active cannon so that I can EMB slug that to prevent it from occurring. That would have disappeared one of my units. Explosive slug will heat sink our way out of the enemy's range, gain another block before the end of the turn, and all is well. Oh, another EMV slug to prevent the next missing. Gotta love that. Easy Wizbo fight right there. Zircon's out. Move right. And then... ooh! The next 2 shards gain evade. I would love that. Yes, thank you. Some easy evade gain in a deck that otherwise really can't access it. Incoming damage this turn is 2. With a shield surge and a momentum blade, it's not. Incoming damage this turn is 3. I'm gonna use... I don't need to use Magic Battery this turn, actually. Wouldn't actually help me at all, in fact. Let's use the Zircon Zip. Incoming damage this turn is now 2. Hit him with the EMP slug, and then if I move 1 space over to the left, the enemy can't even damage me against that armor. It's obviously going to be hit him with a block. Oh no, I could have toggled the active cannon first. I definitely should have. Oh, I could have done 2 more damage this turn. Oh, woe is me. Incoming is 2 this turn also. Hit him with the slug and then heat sinks back down below the limit. Single shield surge gives me the ability to move over only 1 space, and now I'm taking no damage again. I'm going to be taking 3 damage this turn, but that's okay. I can withstand that, and then follow an explosive slug for the kill. Stun shot, hot foot, stun shot, and firewall. There we go, got him in the end. A firewall that would reduce our fire would be pretty sick. Pretty good utility tool right there. Oh, especially in the world where I have Sub-Zero heat sinks. Heat can be reduced to -3, and there's also the ignition coil. While at 3+ heat, all your attacks deal +1 damage. No thank you. Remove 2 cards is really appealing when you just got basic shots on the deck. But Firewall needs to be upgraded to lower our heat, thank you. Oh man, big block evolution here on the first turn. I'm gonna hit him with the Firewall and then the Unpolished Crystal. Perfect. Yeah, I'll absolutely Zircon Zip, buddy. And I'll thank you kindly for the opportunity. Let's use a block shot and a explosive slug. Incoming this turn would be only 4. I can reduce that to only 1 by using a single evade after a heat sinks there. How much do I care to connect 1 damage this turn? Not at all. I'm just going to end my turn. There's no reason to do anything that turn. Oh, no, I could have toggled and just fired from there. Oops. I would have done 1 damage. Crystal Shard. I'm going to use 1 evade. Setting up for a Mage Hand. Firewall for even lower heat. Basic remove, and heck, I'll toggle so I take 1 less shield damage. Honestly, this position with 2 empties directly ahead of me when the enemy can't move is probably where I'm going to want to stay for this fight. Hit him with an explosive slug, basic dodge. I'll Zircon Zip and heat sinks. Move 2 spaces to the left and fire a single EMP slug. Incoming damage this turn is now 0. And this is definitely the point at which I want to start building up momentum. Incoming damage this turn is 1. Crystal Shard to activate full damage and a bunch of shielding. There's momentum, which I will keep growing, even if it's not giving me anything necessarily this turn. Yeah, I really need more damage in this deck. Oh my god. Block shot, damage. I could use heat sinks for lower heat at this point, but rectifying that with a evade is actually much more costly. EMP slug, explosive slug. As much damage as I can do on a turn. 5. 1, 2, 3. Glad to keep getting the Mage Hand in positions where I can play it at least. Target the active cannon, and 2 shots into the enemy finishes him. Damage for a rare card, please. Damage. Oh boy, I was wondering if I would do it if I got offered it, but there's Payback. Quantum Quarry, 1 shot every turn. Thermal Battery, gain a heat, but also gain an energy. Thermal Battery would also be pretty good. Admittedly, there's nothing wrong with Thermal Battery in this instance. However, Payback. It's the damage I'm looking for. Simplicity on pickup, remove 3 cards. Glass Cannon. Your ship's cannons become weak at the start of the combat. I know for a fact that you keep the armor on the cannon that you're not using, which means that Aria's is much better with the glass cannon. You can choose what's weak and what isn't. It will also give me my 4th energy for summoning Payback at full strength. I'm taking the glass cannon. Oh, I have high hopes for this run.
I have dreams for this run.
Alright, let's hit him with an unpolished crystal in case it draws us into the Payback immediately. It doesn't. How dare it. Block evolution, explosive slug, a mage hand, and then heat sinks my way out of the way, and I'm only going to be taking 2 damage. There's Payback. And we can follow up with a block shot. I'm going to move 1 space further over because I don't want to take all of that damage. Firewall, shield. Momentum, dodge. I don't want to be on this side of the enemy, but unfortunately I don't have enough dodge to currently rectify it without taking damage, so I'm going to elect to take some damage in order to get over to the correct side of the enemy for my... No! What are you doing? Let's toggle the active and fire an EMP slug in for my own safety's sake. Mage Hand and Zircon Zip if you're not going to allow me to do anything else. I'll toggle the active cannon here so that I don't have to take any hull damage. I could have done 1 damage that turn. Oops. I was so focused on trying to make sure I didn't get hull damage. Explosive Slug takes the enemy out. Admittedly, just a little bit of additional shard action every turn would be great for us. Combustion engine, move equal to the amount of burn you have. I'm taking the Quantum Quarry though. Quantum Quarry giving 2 shard a turn, eh? Oh, I don't know if I will be able to use that expenditure. I'm taking the payback upgrade because I've got 2 elites coming up, so I really need it. There's the payback. I'll do that, and heat sinks my way out of the way, and I'm taking 3 damage to my shield only, but I'm dealing 4 back to the enemy. I don't need to use Magic Battery yet, but I can use Zircon Zip. And a shield surge. The enemy's missile hit me, and I hit them back for 2 damage. Don't have enough shielding to successfully navigate this turn. Incoming damage would be 3 on the left-hand side, actually. That's fine. I'm going to move over 1 space, fire a basic shot, move back. Mage Hand, Firewall, basic block. Incoming damage this turn to me is going to be 3. But I fire another 4 on the enemy, which is going to be worth its while. Especially if I follow up with an EMP slug and a Quantum Tunnel. There we go. Block shot for the win. Hot compress, block shot, and exothermic release. Exothermic release with the ability to set to -3 heat, especially when I already have the Sub-Zero heat sinks, is great. I'll absolutely take a copy of that. Put a crystal shard in here, thank you. Don't draw payback, please. 17 cards in the deck. Anyway. It's just I can't commit to not ever doing that, because I need that to be generated still. Alas. Exothermic release. And I can heat sinks my way away. Incoming damage this turn is only 2. Ooh. Let's toggle the cannon, fire an EMP slug, and then firewall it back down. I'll gain even more basic dodge because that's really important. Quantum Quarry. And let's use block evolution. Incoming this turn would be 2 if I toggle my cannon after firing. Mage hand, toggle my cannon after firing. Seems a good target for an explosive slug. Toggle the active cannon. Incoming this turn is 3. Could be a lot worse. I'm going to move 1 space over and fire an EMP slug against the enemy's incoming 3. Gain even more momentum. And shield surge. There we go. Bunch of defense. I'm not gaining any temp shield alongside this stuff at the moment, which makes it a touch more annoying. Mage hand, block shot, basic shot, and then I'll toggle the active cannon so I only have 4 incoming. Okay, let's heat sink out of the way a little, Zircon sip even further. Firewall and block, and I'm gonna move all the way over here. Payback is probably not appropriate at this point anymore, but moving isn't either. Oof. I think it's gotta be Payback. And they just have to take 2 hull damage this turn. I didn't want to. Oh boy, those hurt. Hit him with the slug in the mage hand. Got him down, but feeling a lot worse for wear. Aggressive armoring, 0 energy to do 3 damage to an area and also hit its armor. There's block evolution. The problem really is that with as much max capacity as I have access to at the moment, I'm not actually capable of fully defending against aggressive turns from the enemy. Multi-stun would give me a little bit more utility to try and actually prevent the incoming attacks. I'll take multi-stun. Overcharger every 4th turn, gain an overdrive, or make a random enemy part brittle at the start of a fight. I think I might need the brittleness in order to possibly even survive. So I know that this space is already armored, and it can't be the one that was made brittle. So there's only 3 spaces that could be the space. Okay, now it's the extremities are the only 2 that can be. Easy quantum quarry right there. I'm not going to spend any of my movement just yet. Let's use Firewall and Momentum, definitely. I suspect I need to use Exothermic also, just to lower my heat, and then move 1 position further out so that I'm not taking any hull damage yet. Without the ability to generate any more movement at this point, I think I lose. Incoming damage this turn is 6. I'm capable of generating 3 more defense. Damn it. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm seeing the general weakness of this build in particular. Without the ability to move, I put myself in enough positions where the amount of damage coming in is non-negotiably more than I can deal with. Deeply unfortunately. Especially because I just need to get one more win so I can get that shit, baby. That said, I think this is going to be one of our first episodes that is speedrun question mark. Given largely to the fact that I am dripping sweat and we're 30 minutes into the episode. I would usually want to restart if we were that much under 30 minutes, but at this point, if I started again and did a very long run, the episode becomes 3 hours and I leave my office destroyed in the evening. So for the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Cobalt Core. Top left is serious playlist for all my content on the Game Pass for in the future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming pass the names of the people so generally supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at above the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to Neko Hime. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.